Morphological comics coming up. Hello and welcome to a Smurpy video, and today I am going to show you my Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comic collection. So first of all, I have this really nice Boom Studios box, which I've already shown off anyway. So I'm just going to try and take the lid off, not on obviously, and try and gently lower it to the ground. And inside I have 4 sections. So I have variants, I have pink, I have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Justice League, and then the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the main series. So I don't think I'm going to show off Go-Go in this video. I might do one later on at some point if that's what people really want to see or not see. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with the variants first of all. So pretty much issue 0, big deal, and they came in the amazing perfect covers. So you had the original 5, and then you had the 2 Tommies. So you had him in his Green Ranger outfit, and I always loved the Zord in there, and the white, obviously the white Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comic. And those 2 I still have yet to get, so at some point I will get those, I hope, is the idea. Next up is issue 25, the Shadow Grid. So they had the 6 Rangers, and it's Lord Draken holding the helmets, obviously shattered. And then they had 2 further variants, one of Draken holding the crystal that opens dimensions, if I remember it correctly, and holding Saba as well, which has just been ripped to pieces. So basically these came in a blind bag. You didn't know what you were getting, so I just ordered as many as I could, and pretty much I got a majority of them. For some reason I had to really go find the Yellow Ranger, and you know, I really like the detail of how smashed the helmets looked, and the Pink Ranger was the other one. So I got the boys alright, but I didn't get the ladies as well, so I had to go find them afterwards, and I didn't worry about the other 2 variants. Okay, so one of my favorite variants which I got, which is I think a San Diego Comic Con 2017 exclusive, was this one where it all builds together. So, and it's a reminiscent of a Power Ranger, sorry, an X-Men comic #1 that happened when it had all the 90s X-Men, and it had Magneto at the end, and he had his force field going on. So I thought that was very cool and good homage. Next one is the new kind of teams helmets, which I really did like. So Solar Ranger, Pink Slayer Ranger, whatever you want to call her, Dino Charge Ranger, which isn't the Dino Charge Ranger, Andros, and they're all looking at different angles of the Solar Ranger. Got Cam, the Magnet Defender, and we got Zeo Ranger 2, which is my favorite. And the last couple of pieces that I'm working on. So you got issue 24, which is a nice variant, which I love. And then you've got the big puzzle that I'm slowly, very, very slowly trying to get through. So we got the Zords, which is the bottom section. And then you got the Green Ranger up here. And in between you got Zed, and you got the White Ranger. And I've got the White Ranger one in here, which I'll show you, but because I don't have the other issue, I'm not considering it a variant unless I get the other same issue, if that makes sense. Next up, we've got Pretty in Pink, which is a Pink Ranger miniseries, which has 6 solid issues dedicated to the lovely Kim, which is pretty cool. I think when I started reading the comics of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I didn't actually know this existed till later on when I started reading into getting the individual comics. So this one was probably the hardest out of all of them to get. And I think I got lucky. I don't think I spent that much money on it. I think I ended up buying it with a couple other issues for a reasonable price, which sometimes you have to do if you're buying back issues. So I'm glad I don't have any back issues. Next up in miniseries territory is Justice League and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So sometimes they do to, I guess, promote a newer comic. They put it against something bigger, and what a series to obviously put against Justice League. Very popular series. So, and then once again, it's 6 issues in the miniseries. I like this one the best. Lord said, I don't know why this side always reminded me of Rito. Don't ask me why. And these issues, they're quite easy to get individually. It's always good seeing Superman on front of a cover. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that I'm more of a Marvel fan anyway. Okay, so on to the main Power Ranger series. So, obviously I've shown you Zero. I probably do want to just get an extra issue of Zero at some point. But you can see from the covers there was some lovely artwork and effort put into these series. As well as Ryan Carl really takes the characters and delivers a very nice series. He clearly gave everything thought, other dimensions, and some of the issues, that probably weren't addressed. When we saw Tommy join the Rangers, that was it. He was a good guy, and they all trusted him. But in this, there's a bit of distrust, so to speak. And then there's the 26 annual. That ball can go up there. So characters are given new life as far as I read each issue, and pretty much by sort of issue 10, we're going into a big event. So where Tommy and Billy have been taken to, they've been trapped in another dimension. But leading up to that as well, the Power Rangers Command Center gets destroyed. The Rangers pretty much lose their powers. Lord Draken really didn't like this world whatsoever. I love this cover. Is one of my favorite covers. Just thought I'd say that. And then this reminds me of, well, obviously, we all know what that reminds us of, Planets of the Apes, because they're in another dimension, and pretty much this is what's happened. And Tommy at this point meets Saba, where obviously hasn't met him previously. Oh, and Tommy managed to sync his powers with these guys, so they all had Green Ranger powers. So I thought that was pretty spot on. So, some really good issues. And then this is, I think, when they're coming back. Zordon's missing for a little bit as well. Okay, and when Lord Draken lands on Earth, spoilers, he is taken by a mysterious team, and then we get 2017 annual. I'm not sure if that's where it actually belongs. I probably should look that up where it belongs in between issues. And then there's a command center trying to be repaired by Zords, which is pretty cool. And this is that other variant cover. Oh, it's not a variant cover. This is the cover that I was telling you about that connects together. And then we're stepping into a new world. So Riddler's kind of disappeared at this point, and Finster's kind of left to his own devices. So he's been experimenting on humans and kind of waiting for them to turn into monsters, which is pretty cool. We also meet Grace, who is a fantastic addition. And she led a team of Power Rangers onto the moon with devastating consequences. And this is one of my favorite issues of all time. In fact, it's probably one of the first issues that I actually read. And it just blew my mind. After that, I wanted more. I went back. And obviously, I think I had year 1 at the same sort of time. And we just see Finster's monsters coming together. And it's all just kind of building up to, obviously, Shattered Grid. Anyway, so Vincer is kind of captured and in the command center prison, and they're saying you can do other things with your powers other than creating what you've been creating. And pretty much Rita saves him anyway, and Billy discovers that Lord Draken is hidden, and Lord Saba discovers this as well as they learn of Grace's betrayal because she's been keeping him prisoner. And it all comes to a kind of head, and Saba tries to eliminate Draken, knowing how evil he is, and it all goes wrong and Draken's free. And there's a reason I don't have issue 25 here, because it's heads. It's in my variant section, so I probably should get another 25. But anyway, 25 kicks it off with the spoiler. Stop now if you don't want to know anything. If you never read Shadow Grid, you want to read it and not know anything. I'm pretty sure I said that at the beginning of the thing that I may talk about spoilers. But anyway, we all kind of hopefully know Tommy gets chomped on, and Time Force Ranger Pink comes back and she kind of fails in saving him. Anyway, it goes into this annual where Lord Draken is taking everybody's morphers to make him stronger, and he convinces Ninja as well to build him a new morpher and restore his powers as well, after he lost them. And anyway, it all kind of comes ahead. I like how it begins, and you get free comic book days, so you get some stories about Zordon in there, which are pretty nice, as well as how Lord Draken took over the other universe. And then after that, I feel sorry about the wobbliness. Terrible. There's an earthquake. We've got a monster attack going on. We haven't really. I'm just itching myself while talking, which is very bad reviewer technique. Anyway, back to the story. There's some really nice moments in the Shadow Grid story that I like. However, I feel that there is too many characters that it kind of overshadows the core group by the end of it. And it also ends Carl Higgins. I'm not going to tell you how it ends anyway, but it ends Carl Higgins' run on Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, which has been a brilliant run. And I still am a little bit gutted because I really did enjoy his work on this, and he's one of those writers that cares about what he's doing. However, Shadow Grid, it was okay. I didn't think it was spectacular, so I'm hoping that what happens next is even better by Ryan Parrott. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Who's going to be doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from 40, and that's the next event coming up. We waited for a year, so September last year, everything changed, and we got the lovely Margaret Bennett on the series, who's writing I really do enjoy. And she has given us the amazing series Beyond the Grid, which is, 9 issues by the time we... No, 10. I think it's still 10. 9 issues of what I like to call the Lost Rangers. So we got Ranger Slayer. So these guys managed to keep their powers, whereas the other Rangers that are in this time zone kind of lost their powers, or they're not just working. So you got Cam, you got Heckle, you got Andros, you got Slayer, you got Magna Defender, and you got Tanya. And it is a fantastic team. And basically they're in this, like all good things, they're in this whole new world, and they meet the Solar Ranger. And it starts off with, as heroes meet, some sort of big superhero fight. You also get some really nice stories. We get the story about Heckle and how everything kind of went wrong for him as well after he, was trying to be good. You get a new villain who is, and this is a new Zord as well, a Grace Sword as I like to call it. This is the issue of the Heckle, which is a really nice addition. So she does focus on the characters, and she focuses on what she's telling. So I really do like this run. I'm hoping it still can be reborn. I hope this isn't the last we have seen on this team. And I hope at some point Margaret Bennett comes back for a nice stint after the event that's going to happen, because I do enjoy this team. I enjoy how things have panned out and how there have been certain betrayals, certain loves, and it's just a great team to see. And it's different. And I think people have been crying out for a while that, we want to see another team other than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. In the comic world, you could just have that team for decades. So it's nice to see a quick mix-up after a few years. We can go back to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in a later stage with the White Ranger. And I'm not sure if we're going to have Rocky, Adam, Aisha, or whether we're still going to have Jason, Zach, and Trina. It'd be nice to keep that team because they were involved with Shadow Grid the first time round, so it'd be nice. But then again, it'd be nice to see some of these other characters that we enjoy watching as well. So, thank you for watching my comic collection of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like, comment, subscribe, and embrace the geekiness. Oh, I'm on Facebook and Twitter. I've got a page on Facebook. Twitter, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm there. So goodbye.